Okay guys, so today we're only going to be using 3 primary colours. So we've got red, yellow and blue. So as you can see, my pencils are really sharp, which is going to help me with this lesson. So in this first box, I'm going to be taking the blue. Now I'm going to be using the pencil on the side so that I can get a nice smooth finish. It's also a lot quicker. So you're going to see me using different directions, so left to right, really get into those corners. Now I'm trying to build this up quite slowly, so I'm not pressing on hard to begin with. I am going to try and stay within the lines. Now if you do happen to go out of the line, then you can just rub it out, that's fine. Okay, now I've done the top 2 corners that I can easily get to. Now the easiest way to do this is turn it upside down and actually do it from the opposite direction. Okay, so if you're left-handed, then obviously this is really going to help you to stay neat and tidy. Now, as you can see, my hand is on top of my pencil, so I'm using the full lead here, okay, to create the colour. Now, I've tried to go over and over this to get a really smooth effect, so I'm going to keep moving it around, getting right into the corners. Now, you might think, oh, this is really easy. Now, it's quite difficult to make it look smooth and to get it to look even and equal. So what I'm actually doing is rubbing the pencil into what we call the paper tooth. So the paper has a little bit of texture to it, and we're really rubbing in that pencil. So I've probably put 6 or 7 layers on this, and I'm keeping turning it to really build that up really nice and smooth. Now this is what we call really good craftsmanship. Okay, so this is what you are aiming for in all of these boxes. So these ones here are going to be the primary colours. So I'm going to speed up the video now and I'm going to finish colouring in the primaries, and then we'll talk about what you need to do this side. Okay, so next I'm going to have a second go. So this is just a repeat of what we've just done. So this time you might want to see the difference holding your pencil using the point. Just for a slightly different effect, I can maybe press a little bit harder. But again, I'm still trying to create that even finish. So this time I'm leaning down a little bit harder. Now this is called burnishing. So I will write that down in a second for you. And you can still turn your page to make it easier. Okay, now I know you can't see very well, but I really am sort of leaning down on my pencil quite a lot. I will do a close-up picture to show you what this looks like once I've finished. Okay, so now I'm back to the red, and again I'm going to be really leaning down. So you can probably see the difference in colour already when you really press hard. And again, I'm really trying to keep it neat to this line to show my really good craftsmanship. So it's much easier than trying to do this and moving your hand in an uncomfortable position Just get used to turning your work upside down. So you might think you're finished, but when you look at it from the side, it kind of looks shiny. So just make sure all parts of it look shiny by just putting on an extra couple of layers. So there we have our second set. Okay, so this one we're going to call layering. And this one, burnishing. Now in this final section, we're going to do some colour mixing. So you are used to now doing this in paint, but now you're going to learn how to do it in pencil. Okay, so think about, what do we do? What colour do we get when we mix blue and yellow together? Okay, now you get green. Now today, you're not allowed to use this green pencil, so we've got to put that back. So what we're actually going to do, like we do when we're painting, we're going to use your primary colours. Okay, now this time I think I'm going to go back to this first way of working, where I'm going to be putting it on quite thinly. Now you've got a little bit more of a challenging shape now, so you might not be able to keep your pencil on the side quite as much as you did before. It is still possible, and you are going to get better the more you do this, just to get really into those corners. Now I'm starting with yellow just because it's the lighter colour of the two, and it might just make it a little bit easier putting the blue on top. So if you're struggling using the hand over the top method, okay, it is kind of easy if you hold your work up against a wall, but you can also just go back to the regular colouring with the tip of the pencil if you're struggling to get it so detailed. So you're still going to make this yellow layer really nice and smooth. Turn it upside down to do these bottom sections. Okay, so now I'm going to get the blue. Now I need to press really lightly, so I might just try on the side what this is going to look like. So really nice and light. So if you want to go back on top with your yellow to do a little bit of blending, so this will help the layers kind of sit together, be a little bit brighter. As you can see, it's quite tiring colouring, okay? You do get, you know, quite tired from doing it. You will get less tired if you keep moving your paper in different directions. So I'm going to speed up doing these next two, but the process is the same. Now you've probably noticed this purple doesn't look very purple. Now what you can do depends on what colour red you've got. Now my red is quite orange. You can use, still do layers, but you can use a pink if you wanted to, and perhaps a darker blue. which is still kind of red and blue, so you're still mixing the colour. Okay, but it is going to give you a slightly darker purple. Okay, now if I just mix the red that I already used with this blue, okay, you can see how it's creating a different purple altogether. Okay, so this one is a little bit grayer, but that's because it's quite a light blue. So what we're looking for is really good craftsmanship. We're looking for layering, we're looking for you to be able to burnish, and we're looking for you to be able to layer. Now, if you can do this, you're going to be able to draw any piece of artwork with different colours, different shades. You can use this to shade things to make it look 3D. Now, the final part of this homework is really important. So this is really showing your learning. So first of all, I can identify the primary colours. So I know red, yellow and blue are my primary colours. So I can highlight that in green. I can blend two colours together to create my secondary colours. I can identify the secondary colours because I know green, orange and purple are secondary. And I can colour with good craftsmanship. Okay, now here I've got some progress comments. I need to colour more neatly. I need to revise colour theory. Now, if there wasn't one there to suit you, you could write one. So I'm going to write EBI, and I'm going to try different reds to create better purples. Okay, because I think, you know, this colour perhaps isn't as purple as I would like it. So that's going to be my EBI. You can put the date at the top. Okay, and then you're going to underline it. So nice and neat, and that is ready for your positives next lesson. Good luck.